So this is a question that I definitely don't get asked too often, but I've been asked a couple times, and that is the fact of, or the question of, do you need a computer or a laptop to be able to wholesale houses? And here's the thing. I had one when I got started just because I was already going to school. I've always had a computer just because I've always been interested in computer stuff. It was usually a hand-me-down from my dad because he always has some sort of laptop and then he would give me his. And so I always had a computer, even if it was just worth $200 or something like that, some cheap ass computer. And then when I went to college, I had to have one because I was going to school for computer science, and I was actually it's actually hooked up to this monitor right now. But I have a Surface Pro, and it's one of the lowest model Surface Pro, and I got it just because it was super easy to carry around in my backpack. Kind of overpriced for what it has inside of it, but it doesn't really process all that fast. It doesn't do anything crazy. And to be honest with you guys, you actually don't need a computer to wholesale houses. I did an interview with the guy named Luke Mitchell. I want to say it was a month or two ago, maybe 3 months. And he closed his first deal. He made $3,500 on his first deal. And he did it all off of his phone. He didn't even own a computer, and then he ended up getting one later. I think he ended up getting one later. But anyways, he closed a couple deals after that. Hopefully he got one. But you don't really need one, to be honest. You can open just about everything off of your phone. I don't think I've ever had anything that had to be open on a computer. Unless you're getting my contracts for wholesaling. That's the one thing that's kind of a pain in the butt, trying to get you guys all the files. Maybe I'll get it set up so it just sends you a purchase agreement or each individual document based off of what you want. But anyways, really at the end of the day, you don't need anything fancy. You just need something to be able to make phone calls off of at the end of the day. And then when it comes to purchasing lists, you obviously I recommend that you have some sort of internet access to be able to either if you're skip tracing lists, or if you're doing something along the lines of if you have a database, which I really recommend that you have one, which is basically where you keep all the data for everybody that you talk to, which is basically at the end of the day kind of just an address book, but more easily being able to look at and then seeing what's going on with the property, if you got a house under contract, all that different stuff. Which you can do. You can simply just use an Excel spreadsheet, which I know for a fact that on the iPhone and Android, you can download some sort of Google Sheets or something like that and have it on your phone and use it as a database temporarily. Or you can get Podio, which I know they have an app as well. Podio, they have a free membership that you can get with them. There's no automation, but you can use it as a database, and that's what I really recommend as you grow your business, is using Podio to start scaling it, because there's a lot more features and functions inside of there. There's a lot of other databases that doesn't really matter all that much. But the moral of the story, you really don't need anything fancy. The only reason I got this $3,000 MacBook Pro was because I really wanted to be able to edit videos, and I kind of just always wanted to try out a Mac. I've always done Windows, to be honest, and I like it. It's honestly been the most convenient ever for editing videos, mainly just because of this trackpad right here. And that's really it. I spent that much money for basically a trackpad and then a bigger screen, and it's able to process making all these videos. But other than that, if I didn't make videos, I'd probably just have really any computer really works at the end of the day. I probably would have gotten a lower end Mac or something, or just something along lines of the Surface, but maybe a little bit nicer. But that's really it at the end of the day. Just figure out, just as long as you have the ability to make phone calls, you can close deals. As long as you can talk to people and set up meetings and go meet up with people, you can do everything off of your phone. The only problem that I have noticed with doing things off of your phone, your cellular device, is a lot of you have social media on your phone. And the problem with social media and being able to get text messages and being able to have all these different things, all these different notifications, it's very distracting, and it's hard to get a lot of work done and be able to keep up with that workflow when you get notifications all the time. And whenever you're making phone calls, obviously you can't have your phone on airplane mode or something like that. and it's a little bit distracting. So I really recommend that if you're running some business, you're not making a lot of money right now, just turn off all of the notifications on your phone. Put your phone on do not disturb or something. And whenever you're making phone calls, just make sure that you won't get notifications and get distracted. Oh, this person liked your post on Instagram, whatever it may be. Or like this person uploaded a new YouTube video. Don't let that distract you from you putting in the hours. At the end of the day, the most important part is you taking a massive amount of action and just making things move forward and just pushing things forward, so that way you can be able to do what you're trying to do, get the results that you're trying to have. At the end of the day, like I really recommend probably eventually that you get some sort of computer, just so that way you can organize things, but you don't really need anything fancy at the end of the day. So if you're one of those people that doesn't have a computer, you don't need one. To be honest, just use what you have available, and I really recommend that you go buy some notebooks as well, so that way you can keep everything organized on there and aside from your phone, because it's easy for a lot of things to get just lost into your phone. Having all these different notes and trying to keep everything organized, figuring out who's who, all these different things when you're doing everything on such a small device. So anyways, that's what I got. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video and go out there and close some deals. So anyways, if you haven't already, join the family, join the gang by hitting the subscribe button on my channel, which will be right down below this video, and smash a like. So anyways, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.